Welcome back, everyone. We are here in a new season of the career playthrough. Finally restarting here. Hope you guys had a good holiday break. We're just getting back into the swing of things. I guess mod production is getting back in the swing of things as well. By the time this video comes out, the hotfix should have already come out. And yeah, this should. We're still working on more fixes and more features. But we have some really big announcements coming up soon, so do be on the lookout here in the next couple weeks. This episode, starting off, I wanted to just kind of show you guys my favorite way to start a new playthrough. There's lots of different ways to do it. You can do the chop shop method, which isn't my favorite, but it is really profitable and pretty quick. There is road racing at the free roam events at the main racetrack. That's really profitable, really fun. But I'm not really in the mood to go road racing. Of course, there's deliveries, but that's a slow start, and then it takes till later on to actually really make big money. What I really like to do is flip cars. Probably one of my favorite things. And so let's go ahead and head over to Trusted Auto and start the process. All right, so we're here at Trusted Auto. Currently only have 10 grand. We don't have a vehicle yet. And we went ahead and selected this cross sport. This was the first thing I saw. So purchase info says regularly it's $6,200. It's on discount after the $1,500 discount. It is $4,700, and after taxes, we're back up to 5 grand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and purchase this. Now with that $1,500 discount, it's really easy to make money on the cheaper cars, but it's not super profitable. What I mean by you only make a couple thousand at a time, likely. You can make bigger money on the more expensive vehicles, but the risk is higher because that swing, they can also be overpriced by more as well. And so what we'll do is we now have 4 grand. There's this vertex here. We'll go ahead and inspect that. In fact, we actually don't have to inspect. We can just go straight to purchase. And here we can see that this would be 5 grand. We normally couldn't afford it, but we're going to choose trade in. We're going to trade in our crossboard that's now worth 8 grand. The crossboard was actually worth 8 grand. We bought it for 5, so we made 3 grand. That's really good for a low price car. And so now after we purchase this this vertex, we're actually getting $3,400 back. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's take a look at our next vehicle, which is a cross-sport police vehicle. And so if we go back to choose trade-in, our vertex is actually worth $6,500. So we made good money there. So combined, we have 6,500 plus 7,600, give or take 15 grand. You can see how this can be pretty profitable. So we'll choose trade in. This is only going to cost us $100 to go ahead and trade in up to a cross sport police package. And you essentially can rinse and repeat this. Now, I will say you can lose money at this. This is why I feel like it's not really cheating or cheesy, because it only takes messing up a couple times and losing 10, 20 grand a car to really set you back all your gains. So I'm going to do this for probably another 30 minutes and we'll see what we come up with. Okay, so we went through and did a lot of purchasing, spent probably about 5 minutes. I think I got all the good deals that I could really afford. There's some pretty cool cars on here like this Mio Drag. I'm sure that's worth... sure that's incredibly underpriced. That's probably worth a lot more than that, so that would have been nice to have reached up to there. I think this MD series would be pretty cool buy, and would probably make us some money. Not sure about the drift van, but this is about where I'm comfortable. I don't think these 3 cars are going to be worth much of a deal. Maybe we'll try this Sunburst here for 10.6. If we choose our trade-in right now, we have this Roamer. I lost about $1 grand on it. At some point I was really high, and then I lost like 6 grand and lost 4 grand, and so really hurt. So we'll trade this in, see if this Sunburst here is worth more than 10.6. Let's take a look, and it's worth 10.8. That's pretty good. That doesn't include the $1,500 discount. I normally don't really calculate for that. I just kind of know I have some cushion, so it kind of helps me go a little bit quicker at it. But we're going to go ahead and wait for the stock to refresh. I believe the stock refreshes every 15 minutes. You could go ahead and exit the game, come back, reset it. But we're just going to give it a little wait here, just in case anything happens like we crash. I'm going to go ahead and save. That way, next time we spawn back in the game, we will be on foot at Trusted Auto, ready to make some more money flipping cars. Now, you can do this at any dealership. Trusted Auto is just really the easiest and quickest for low capital if you don't have a lot of money. But I know Riches is pretty profitable because they have some pretty expensive cars there. But you can do this with, you know, maybe you really like off-road vehicles, and so you know the off-road vehicle prices. Maybe you go, I guess, watch those dealerships and try to flip those. I really like this aspect of the game. It kind of just, you know, it's not all about driving. It's more about car prices and car business, and I really enjoy that part. So we'll be back in a few minutes when the stock refreshes. We're gonna try to flip the Night Snake here. Just trade this in. And I'm so excited I didn't even look at the price. Also, the bigger the car, I think the less taxes you're gonna, or the more expensive the car, the less. Well, maybe not. I thought maybe the less taxes you'll pay. But there we go. We're buying the Scintilla after trading in the Snake for 40 grand. That's a good price. I'm gonna come out with 80 grand. And here we go. In about 30 minutes of gameplay, maybe 45, depends on if you're gonna like try to refresh dealerships. You can make up over 100 grand. Come out with a Scintilla, starting off your career. So super excited. It didn't come in the blue that we thought it would. But I think this, I don't know, maybe this is the car we start with. Kind of a lot of car to start out with. Maybe we take it to the track or something. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to try to do something I've wanted to do for a little bit now. We're going to try to recreate Ruby from Cletus McFarland. If you don't know, Ruby is a drag car, at least during the winter months. During the summer months, it seems to be a rolling chassis. It's just in and out of hibernation and engine swaps most of the year. But I wanted to go ahead and try to create that in our BeamNG Vanilla Plus style that we have here at RLS Career Overhaul. So without further ado, let's go purchase our car that we're going to need to make such a creation. If you remember last video, we bought this Scintilla. Like, police are after somebody. We bought the Scintilla as our first car. We bought it for like 116, I think 123 for, after taxes. It's worth 140, so we made out great. But I don't think we're gonna need to sell it if we're gonna try to get a, I guess, a Ruby vehicle, a Ruby impersonator car. So let's go ahead and head to some dealerships and see what we can find. So we're heading back to Trusted Auto. I've been wrestling for a while with what kind of vehicle should we use. If you watch my last video, or one of my last videos, where I recreated Leroy, dubbed the C-Roy, the Civette, I guess roll cage drag car, if you will. It's a pretty easy pick for that car. There's only one car that looks so good with that, with just a roll cage. With Ruby, I mean, it's a C6 Corvette. And there's no Corvettes in the game, and so we're gonna have to do the next best thing. Whittling it down, I figured it needs to be a two-door car. It also needs to be red. Just hit our rim, curbed our rim there. It needs to be a two-door car. It needs to be a sports car. It needs to be somewhat modern. And the only thing I can really think of is an ETK K series. It's two-door. It's sporty-esque. It's modern. Yeah, as far as front-wheel drive, the other issue we're gonna have to come across is it needs to have an American V8, and we do have a mod pack. I think it's Mio's 454 V8. That is, you can single turbocharge it. Now, unfortunately, I know we're not going to be able to have the turbo sticking out of the hood, but at least we can have hopefully some big turbo noise and I guess a loud V8. Hopefully the right transmission, and yeah, we'll just do our best with what we got. Again, this is kind of a vanilla plus BeamNG version of Ruby, and yeah, hopefully it's hopefully we can run about a 750. I think that's Ruby's record. Might be a little bit faster than that, like a 727. It typically runs like an 850 as a bracket car, but we'll probably just turn it up as high as we can and do our best. All right, here we are back at Trusted Auto. There is our red ETK. Worked out, it actually came in red. Now this version is I think it was an all-wheel drive version, so we're gonna have to remove some of those bits. It's a 310D automatic. Let's take a look at it here. That's not going to tell us the horsepower, is it? It's pretty low. It's like in the 200s. We'll go ahead and trade in our Scintilla here. 140 grand. Great buy. Great start to the channel. But fortunately, maybe we'll try to buy a better one later on. That one was pretty high mileage. So let's go ahead and trade that in. And now we have our Ruby, which I think we'll name Jade. Because again, this isn't Ruby itself. This isn't a Corvette. This isn't Cletus's car. But Jade seems fitting. It's the next best thing. So far, I actually do like it. That automatic is not happy. But it's a cool little car. Let's go take it back to the Chinatown garage and get to building. All right, just like that, we finished Jade. Here's our single turbocharged 454. Jeez, 454 V8 ETK K series. All right, easy. What's going on over there? So yeah, this is our drag car. It's making 2100 horsepower, which is I think a lot higher than Ruby ever really did. I think it really only got into the 1000, maybe a little higher. But we are running 43 horsepower. It is a 2-speed. We're on, I think, the 17x4 and 17x10 rims, front and rear. It is starting to get dark, so let's go ahead and take it to the track, see what it'll do. Now, I don't own the drag strip yet, so it's gonna, at least the drag strip paddock, so it's gonna take some time tuning this thing. Probably a lot of trips. But I think I have a pretty decent base tune on this. Let's see if we can get this thing started. Oh, you know what? I forgot. This is it was a diesel. Let's go get the right fuel tank in here. All right, much better. Let's hear this first startup. Looks like we are open headers as the exhaust goes into the cabin there. Let's head over there. Hopefully the engine will warm up before we get there. Yeah, this is merely just inspired by Ruby. It's obviously not a Corvette. I think it's probably the next thing, best thing. You know what we should do before we get going? Let's get it on the trans brake here. Yeah, it's pretty aggressive. Should be pretty good. Let's head over to the drag strip and see what kind of time we can make. All right, we made it to the drag strip with no crashes. Well, let's go ahead and I guess line up for a pool here. I'm kind of afraid to send it fully loaded on the trans brake, so I think we'll do kind of a half pool. See if it'll take it. I think it would have taken just fine. Okay, so second gear is definitely long. There's no way we just ran a 7. A 7 off the rip. That was so slow. We had a 118, or no, 117 60 foot. 187 miles an hour. I mean, we redlined, we hit the limiter. Let's hurry up and circle back around before it's nightfall and see if we can do better than that. All right, we are back at the start here. The sun is setting and the lights are beginning to turn on. Frames are starting to drop. So I figured I'd take this opportunity to show you real quick how to adjust the time of day. I'll probably make a separate video on this too, but real quickly, you can go to World Editor. You see all kinds of stuff come up. And if you want to do it just real quick, right here at the top left, this is your time of day. And so sunrise starts at like 7 or 8. So if we go to, I think that's supposed to be it, something like that, you can easily just reset your time of day just like that. If you want to turn off the rolling cycle, you can go to TOD for time of day, head up to inspector. It's up here. If you can't find it, it is in this Windows menu. You search for inspector. That's actually right there at the top. And you can change your time of day manually with the number 0.78, or you can actually change it up here. And then uncheck the play if you don't want it to be rolling. I'm going to keep it rolling just because I don't want to mess with that right now. But that's how you can redo your time of day until we get that sleep cycle, sleep button available. So I think we'll do a full, a full launch here, and make sure to shift in time and see how fast we can get Jade to go. Oh, there it is. Too much off the line. Completely snapped the wheel off. Right side looks fine, and I think our game just crashed. Okay, game certainly crashed there. We're back to morning. Had to reload in. Let's do another pool, but we're just gonna be a lot easier off the line. Don't want to snap an axle and wheel and hub and whatever we broke there. But we're gonna try to stay in it for longer. I think we'll hit into 60s pretty well. Staged up here. Let's see how we do. Okay, a 7.1, 7.18, not better, but I think we learned a lot. Our gearing is definitely way too high. We need to work on that. Launching is a little rough too. I think we'll tighten up that torque converter. That will help us launch at a lower RPM. I do like the boost that we're leaving on, and let's make those changes. Come back and see if we can do better. Back at the drag strip, we're going to do another soft launch. I shortened the gearing just a tad. Really focused on that mile per hour there, using all the gears. Get on the trans brake here. Bump in a little bit. Too far. Oh, that was just right. Oh, okay. Kind of a dud run, but let's see how it goes. Better start. Gearing is still a bit high. I think we get a time. I thought we red lit that. The rear suspension raised a lot and really quick. So I think that means I need to slow down the way the rear raises. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do to this car. How would you tune this? I'm guessing slowing down the rear suspension travel. Obviously shorter gearing to reach kind of top speed at the high end of the gear. The torque converter might be a little tight. I do have the lockup kicking in first gear at like 5,000 RPM. Maybe I bring that down. Maybe I don't run a lockup. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I am going to keep practicing and keep tuning, and we'll see if we can make Jade faster. With that, that's going to be this episode. Hope you guys have a great day, and bye for now.